Good evening, driver. We're 2 minutes late after some signalling issues in the Worcester area. Luckily, we are nearly at our passenger's final destination, where this train will become 5 Whiskey 03 for the ECS service to St Philip's Marsh. We will be taking the train as far as Newport, where your shift will end. It's a wonderful summer evening with no reported issues on the route, and it should be a relaxing journey. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Train Simulator. Now, today, as you will quite possibly be able to see, we are going to be driving the Welsh Marches route. Marches, I think. Isn't it? Hang on. Just going to double check that. Just gonna... Marches, yeah. Welsh Marches route. So, like soldiers marching, I guess. Yes, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Today we're going to be driving that route. The headlights. Yeah, this is a rolling start scenario, which I wasn't expecting, but, you know. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. We are practically calling Hereford, and that's the same as what we just read out. And then we're going ECS to Newport. Of course, this is a Kuju HST technically, so no fancy sort of AP enhancements, which is sad, but, you know. I'm sure people will soon make scenarios for this route with the AP enhancements, which will be awesome. So, I must address first, before we get sort of into, I'll bring my microphone down, you might be able to hear me better now. Before we get into any sort of further detail, I have a cold. So if you hear me sniffing, I apologise. If I pause the game suddenly, then it's quite possible that I have legged it to blow my nose. And if I start coughing, then, yeah. I might, this scenario's an hour short, but because of my cold, I might cut it short. Might cut the video short of that. So yeah, the Welsh Marches, yeah, I can speak. The Welsh Marches route, by Bossman Games, released on Steam, obviously. $24.99. It's 98 miles, which is probably the longest route we've had in a very long time from Steam, at least. Well, from a lot of people, really. I can't think of one that's sort of been released recently that is as long, sort of thing. Chiltern Mainline is quite an old release now. I'm sure somebody will say, probably Rails of Devon and Cornwall or something like that. I'm not sure if the West Coast Mainline Missing Link hits 100 miles. I've got a feeling it might be closer to about 60 miles, possibly. 50, 60. I might be wrong, though. I might be wrong. But yeah, certainly from Steam, we've not had something this long for a while. So it'd be nice to have a look. See sort of what's going on here. Bossman Games, have we ever had a route from them? I'm not entirely sure. I know we've had a steam train that's impossible to drive. Oh, I can't drive it. I know there are people who can drive it, so good for you, but I cannot fathom it to save my life. I have watched all kinds of YouTube videos, I've read through the manual, and I cannot get the thing to move. So, you know. Really? We must be on the downhill. Must be a slight downhill here, yeah. I thought this is a notched brake. Well, it's slightly notched, I see. Right, green signal. Hereford. This looks quite nice, actually. Yeah, we're just going to be sort of taking a drive. The good thing about the ECS is that we're not going to be, we're not going to be stopping anywhere, so we can sort of get further done in less time. So you can have a look at the route properly. The only thing is, it is getting dark, which is a bit of a nuisance. So we shall have a nice look at the route. Hopefully it looks pretty in the dark. It's always good to have a pretty route in the dark as well as the day, so just pull up to... We can't see the signal, but, you know. We'll, what we'll do... It was green. We'll stop, and we will set the... We can't set the DRA, okay. We won't set the DRA then. We'll put it in neutral. There we go. I mean, you probably should put it in neutral anyway. Oh, hello. Right, everybody off. Get off, go on. Shoo, scram. Go on, you two. And you. And you. Everybody off. Come on. We terminate here. Get off. No, don't get on the train. Get off the... Yeah, fine, whatever. Fine, you can go to the depot. Be stuck in the depot all night. These 2D... Oh, no, they are 3D. They looked 2D. I think it's the leaves are 2D. No, they're not. No, they are 3D. I mean, they're 2G sort of faces. Bit weird, but okay. Okay. Okay, they look sort of weird. They look sort of 2D, but they're actually 3D. It's sort of trippy in a way. But, you know, whatever. I'll try and get a screenshot for the thumbnail before it gets too dark as well. So I'll try and see if I can find something that looks pretty. About the other side. The only thing is we've not got the light. Oh, we got the yard lamp, I guess. That looks alright, to be honest. Apparently this is using the real-time table, so I'm assuming they've made it through real-time trains or something, because they're not DTG, so they know how to make a scenario. Excess fares? Wait, what? Okay. What was that if you pay too much or something? You go in there and they'll sort it out. I don't know. Customer service, travel centre. I'm liking the model though. I'm not gonna lie. The model's pretty nice. It's showing this 2D in a way. I can see the advantage of doing it. I wouldn't want to make all that lot in 3D. But I think this sort of... Oh no, it is 3D, the edge. Oh, okay, I'll let them off then. Yeah, that's how I would have done that then. Oh, no, hang on. No, it is actually 3D. I thought it was literally just a texture, but no. That is... Okay, there's holes in it, but that is actually 3D. Okay, I'm impressed. I take that back, boss man. Or boss men and women, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know who's on the team. Yeah, this is looking nice. It reminds me a bit of Exeter, in a way. I mean, it's probably Western Station, is it not? So, it means, obviously, Great Western, sort of same thing, you know. So it would look similar, sort of thing. Same sort of architecture style, Brunel, I'm guessing. More Midland, I would have said, but, you know. I like them lights on the billboards, though. I do like them. The treble, 99p. Oh, it's a shame they're the same both sides. Would have liked to have seen either a single-backed one or a different advert on the back, but, you know. Oh, yeah, we haven't looked outside. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, I would have liked to have seen a texture there rather than just closing the station entirely so that nobody can ever access it, but, you know. Okay. Lots of lorries. Yep, I have no doubts that this is here. Yeah, there's probably a stand-in for something. Where's the station? I think that's it. Oh, hello. Hello. 66184. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party indeed. Let's try and get a nice screenshot of this. Let's do that. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. It's getting busy now. Actually, I can't do F12 because I have a frame count. So, you know, we'll do it like this. Oh, I missed it. Oh, pause the game. Pause the game. Pause the game. Okay. Oh, it's an internal scroll lock as well. Okay. Okay. There we go. Round 2. Let's try that again. That never happened. That never happened. That's actually quite a nice screenshot. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Carry on. Carry on doing your doings. 66184. Aggregate. RSCCO. Rail Simulator Company. I don't know. Yeah, I should probably talk about the stock you get in it, because this is a default scenario. As you can see, this train here does actually make up the Class 66 EWS version. So you do get them in the EWS version. If it gives you access to the same files as in the EWS version, I have no idea. I need to look into that. But you do get basically the EWS 66 version. So you may get the scenarios for the West Coast Mainline North, you may not. Like I say, these HSTs are the same ones you get in Wales Coastal, in South Wales Coastal. Let's get going before we're late. Right, there we go. Come on, ECS all the way now. I don't think we have ETS, do we? No, we don't have ETS, and we don't have ATP, so... So yeah, let me bring up the Steam store page quickly. you get 10 scenarios, 4 for the 175, though you could kind of say that there's only 2 scenarios, because the 4 scenarios are a part 1 and part 2. So technically there's kind of only 2 scenarios. I guess 98 miles is a long way to build a scenario for, especially Steam, because Steam doesn't seem to like... They never do Steam products with extremely long scenarios. I don't know if you've noticed. But they're not extremely long. They're sort of an hour to 80 minutes at the very most. I think West Coast Mainline North might, and Overshap might have the longest scenarios on Steam. Generally, though, they're pretty short. They tried to keep them to about an hour to 45 minutes by the seam of things. So I can see why they would have probably had to have done that. I reckon they had to do it rather than wanted to do it. If they had have been given the option, I would say that Bossman probably would have gone for sort of 2 scenarios instead of 4. There's this one for the HST, which is 1 Whiskey 03/5 Whiskey 03, 2142 Hereford to St Philip's Marsh. There is also one for the 66, which is in 2 parts. Oh, sorry, there's 2 for the 66. There's a 2-parter, so you get 3 scenarios technically because of that. 2 parts to the first 66 scenario, 1 part to the second, and there's also 2 parts to the 47. Now, the 47 is in maroon livery, and I'm sure you'll sort of, if you ever look at the store page, you'll see exactly what trains you get with it. That's the wrong tab. So, the trains you get, oh yeah, the route, key features of the route, 98-mile route from Newport to Shrewsbury. 9 authentically recreated stations, including 7 bridge junctions. These are sort of landmarks. 7 bridge junction signal box. Largest mechanical signal box in the world. Oh, nice. Oh, fair enough. Just a random sort of landmark that they've got there. So, train-wise, you get the 43, which is what we're driving. The 47 in maroon. I'll just ease off the throttle a bit. Let the revs run down and then drop. You get the Class 17 Freightliner, so... and the 175 in ATW. So, basically, you're getting the trains that you get in... North Wales Coastal, and sorry, South Wales Coastal, so them being the 43, the 70, or the 175, plus you're getting the 47, which is a Kuju 47, in maroon, so that'll probably be, I reckon, by the looks of things, it looks like it's had a texture enhancement, but on the most part, I reckon that's the same one as going to be included in the Cecil Carlisle Specials pack. I would say, off the bat. I've not driven it yet. You get Mark 1 maroon coaches, which... Oh, I opened Word accidentally, instead of clicking back on the game. Yeah, you get the Mark 1 coaches in maroon, which again are probably the same ones as are included in the... Oh, I forgot to run down to 20% and then roll off. And you do that, if you're wondering, that is an official sort of way to drive this. That's something you have to do, because it... If you go straight to 0%, the rear power car has a bit of a delay time between you shutting off the throttle and the throttle on the rear power car shutting off. So that, if you don't go to 20%, the rear power car shunts the entire train, which isn't particularly sort of bad, but it gives the passengers an uncomfortable ride. Not that we have any passengers, but we don't particularly want an uncomfortable ride ourselves, so... And you don't really want to be shunting your train around anyway, so if you can help it. Yeah. So the Mark 1, MXA DB Cargo, I think that's that big one that is included with the... No, I don't actually know. I was going to say it's the one that's included in the 59. I don't actually know. We might see some of them later. That might be the... That might be the ballast, the long, short ballast one. Long, short-sided ballast one. That's what I mean. It's not long and short, don't worry. The BYA in EWS livery, the OTA in EWS livery. I can't remember what the BYA is, but the OTA is a wood wagon for logs. HHA, which is the massive Freightliner, coal hoppers. I suppose it's thinking of HAA in EWS, to be honest. FEA, which is container freight. KTA, which is the well wagon, I believe, and the JGA in orange and white livery, which is what we just saw. So in essence, you're getting the South Wales coastal trains, the Class 66, and the Mark 1 and 47 Loco from the Settle Carlisle Specials Pack, from what I can understand from it, and what I can assume for the way this game works. So actually, I have everything, so it doesn't really mean a lot to me. There's nothing new in here for me to drive. It's just sort of nice to have another route to drive it down. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying now, hang on. Yeah, it's a nice having... Oh, yeah, but if you're a new player, sort of thing, and you don't have the new stock, or the stock that's in this route, then this is a flipping excellent deal. It really is. It's a no-brainer. $25.99 is a complete no-brainer for all that stock, plus 98 miles of track. And looking around, it's really nice. It's pretty good. I mean, I've been look at all the GWR signal. Yeah, this is definitely GWR territory, which is why that station looked the way it is, I'm guessing. They're GWR signals, and I can tell that, apart from the fact they drop, they have the little bobble on the top of them. And semaphores aren't fun, in my opinion, because they're really easy to miss. Plus, they don't have AWS, which ain't good. But, you know, whatever. Oh, there's the crossing. I knew there was a crossing coming up. I'll dip my hooter for it, but... a horn. Not that I really needed to, but, you know. There's a little crossing, I think. I think that was probably... yeah, that would be what we were whistling for there. Tooting for. Just going to quickly bring up the... what was I going to bring up? Oh, I was going to bring up the files. That's what I was going to do. Properties... local files, browser files. It might have been quicker for me to just go on via thing, but... right. BMG. Welsh Marches. Let me extract the AP file. And then we shall have a look at the stock. See if it's a separate file. I may have missed a whistle word there because there was a crossing. But I wasn't looking. Yeah, I want to see if the stock is a separate file. Or if it does count. You can tell this is a non-AP HST, can't you? Oh. Now we're going downhill, apparently. 90 limit. Ooh. Fancy 90 limit. What are we in? We're in day running. No, we are on night running, okay. I was just thinking we'll need to change over. It's a shame I chose a flipping scenario in the dark, but, you know, whatever. Files. I think it's finished now, so... Welsh Marches. Rail vehicles. Sorry, I whacked my microphone. Diesel 66 EWS, yeah. Yeah, I would say, then... Geo, bin. I would say that they're their own set. So that means that you won't get, which I guess anyway, you won't get the the scenarios included in the standalone versions of the locos. So the Steam and mainly the 66 EWS pack. You will have to buy the EWS 66 separately if you want to use it if you want to play the scenarios. Plus also, if there's a scenario with the EWS 66 in it from the pack, you will not be able to use the Welsh Marches 66 to run that scenario. So that's just a warning for you there. Unless it specifically states that it's the Welsh Marches 66. It counts as a different train according to the game files. Also means your AP pack won't work with it unless they decide to update it later on. Shut up, Discord. I forgot to stick you on Do Not Disturb. There we go. Right, we're coming up to the speed limit now. Which, like I say, I guess that was how it would work. But it's sort of nice to know that that is how it works now, to confirm. I mean, it would have been nicer if they had given you the actual products, but, you know. You win some, you lose some sort of thing. They give you the 378 pack when you buy the North London line, for example, so if you've got the South London network, and you want to drive the 378 on it, just buy the North London line, don't bother buying the 378. I mean, assuming you want the North London line and you want to pay for it, of course. Even the Goblin line, I think, comes with the same pack. So, buy the North London Goblin line, you get all the trains and you still get the scenarios of the South London network. So that's an example when it's done right. But something like this, nah, it's all right. It's good that they include the trains. But if you're a seasoned player, then you've got a lot of DLC. You're not going to gain anything from this anyway. Unless you haven't got the DLC that relates, sort of thing. They're the same trains in game. They will feel exactly the same as what they did do before if you bought the standalone products. But they won't count towards the same sort of files as the standalone products. I'm liking this hillside, though. I'm liking all the scenery, to be honest. DCG trees are a bit meh. I mean, I honestly think the JT trees are a lot better. They look like 2D trees. Yep, they are. That's good. What's sort of trying to see here. I want to see how far back they've sort of started 3D trees. Okay, so sort of a few meters from the line, unless there's a sort of like 2 or 3 trees distance back. Unless there's trees in the way, and then they started directly behind the trees by looks of things, or 2 rows behind. It's not a bad distribution. I'm not going to lie. It really isn't. And I'm getting a solid sort of 55, 56 frames right now. 59, 60 frames. It's just 64 frames it's on now. 60 frames. I don't know if you can see the FPS counter. I don't think it does come through, no, because it's on the Steam overlay, the one I've got. I've got the Steam overlay one going. Oh, don't get cold is all I can say. We have a passenger view though, that's the positive. We actually have an actual passenger view. I honestly never minded the DCG passenger, the Kuju passenger views. I actually think they look really nice, if I'm honest. Okay, maybe the textures could do with some upgrading. But I don't think they're that bad. The modelling's alright, to be honest. In my opinion. It's acceptable. It's certainly better than the flipping 377 from the Brighton main line. Certainly better than that. They had a very big dip in the quality of their passenger views, which was pretty horrible. I guess we ought to have a look at the route map then. Where do we start? We started here, Hereford. So we're not even doing the entire journey. Flipping heck, there's all that track as well. There's Shrewsbury. there's your Hereford. Which line did we come off? The one up here, yeah, we came from there. Worcester. Yeah, from Worcester. And we are going down there. So yes, there is a massive amount of track in this route. Miles and miles. I mean, a lot of it is pretty plain line. So there's not a lot going on with it. There's not many branch lines or anything by the looks of things. But if you want nice long runs, then, you know, this isn't bad. This is a decent route. Like I say, it's quite pretty. I wish it wasn't so dark so I could actually see sort of the scenery, but it doesn't look bad in this light. It really doesn't. Just trying to sort of gauge where I put it, to be honest. It's not. I don't know. Oh, crikey, I missed that. Oh, and I forgot the thingy. But then again, you know, they say if you're sort of coming up to the speed limit or signal or something, and you need to slow down fast, just drop the power straight down. So technically, I kind of did follow the rules there. You know, if you're emergency braking, not that I was really emergency braking, but I probably shouldn't have to really. But, whatever. Yeah, I'm just trying to position this. Like, how does it compare with the big brand, the big name sort of thing? DCG and JT. I honestly don't know. I get the feeling of a DTG route. In some ways, there could be more variation in some of the trees and the foliage. A lot of the foliage looks pretty samey. However, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's DTG because, or like, I'd sort of say it's better standard of foliage than DTG. It seems more varied than DTG. Put it this way, it's no Guter Bahnhof. But, I mean, that's a sort of, especially for a payware product, like, they'd be there for years trying to get Guter Bahnhof to work. It's sort of, I mean, I'm getting the feeling that this is something that DCG would put together, and then they'd give it to somebody else to enhance it a bit, and give it a few extra details here, because I'm liking this. It's not the best quality route ever. It's not the worst quality route ever. Certainly. By a long way. You remember Toten? Just Trains Toten. I think it was Toten it was called. Yeah, that was, yeah, you know, it was fictional. It didn't matter. Let's just put that in the past, shall we, that route. It was alright at the time, but now it's just, yeah. It was sort of like a, I don't know. I don't want to say it was Kuju level, but anyway, it was Kuju. Well, it straight up was Kuju level sort of thing. There's no two ways about that. It was Kuju level. I'm kind of tempted to. We'll do that, and we'll let the RPM come down slowly, and we'll let it go drop now. I know the amps dropped, so. May have been a bit late, but, you know. We're going down a hill and we're slowing down. That makes perfect sense. Not many signals on this route. Not that you'd expect many signals on this route either, because it's, we could have left this power a long time more, but oh well. Better to be safe than sorry, really. I'm liking the hills in the background, though. Welsh Valleys when is all I can say. I'd love the Welsh Valleys route. I love the Wales routes, but if we got the Welsh Valleys, then yeah, I'd be very happy. And I forgot to slow down. Good job, me. There we go. Not many stations along here either. It's very rural, this route. If you like long distance runs, like I say, this is definitely the route for you. I'm more of a commuter guy myself. I like to sort of stop and start and keep myself busy, have something to do. So I may not drive this route very often, but it's quite nice. There is also a merge. I've just remembered actually. Sorry, I've just remembered. This route was actually announced a very long time ago, if I'm honest. I seem to remember it was announced a very long time ago. I seem to remember seeing the announcement for it quite a while ago on Bossman's site, and it had sort of like their logo. I remember I can see the picture. I can't really describe it of how they advertised it, but you know, I can see how it's advertised. So this route has been quite a while coming. It's probably been a year or two coming, and they were probably developing it before they even announced it. So, you know, we're still on time, which is good. Probably lost a couple of speeding points, but, you know. Rusty track. Nice. Noisy over the points. A lot of pylons, I've noticed. There's an awful lot of electrical wires, which is quite nice. Breaks it up from the trees and everything. Gives something to sort of look at. This would be a very dark route at night. I'm liking the lighting where there's lighting, but there's not much lighting because there's not much going on. Oh look, there's a motorway there. I didn't even see that. Or an A road. There's probably an A road, I reckon. I don't know anything about sort of this area, so fudge. I don't really know anything about this line, so I can't comment on how accurate it is. All I can sort of comment on is sort of the build quality of it, how well it looks, and how nice it is to drive. And I must say, it's very nice to drive. There's a lot of sort of gradients and stuff, which is keeps you on your toes a bit. Or, it's supposed to keep you on your toes, but of course I'm recording a video, so my toes are sort of non-existent right now because I'm concentrating on the video, you know. Logic. Toe logic. My toes disappear when I record a video. That's what happens. I have no toes right now. I don't need toes anyway because I'm not standing up. Oh, hello, the Christmas lights came on. In my room, I mean. Oh, they're on a timer, so it just come on. What's it like? 4 now. Okay. Not 10 o'clock like in game. It's not quite that late. Right, when we reach this uphill gradient, I'm going to put a bit of throttle on. I'm going to leg it to grab a tissue quick, because I can feel my nose getting more bunged up. See if this works, shall we? Then let's go. Let's go. Yeah. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I've probably just destroyed my throat even more now because I tried to swallow my swallow my drink and it went down the wrong hole, so that's fun. I think that feels better at least. I don't know if I sound better. Probably not. Because, you know, cold and all that. That's fun, isn't it? It looks like it didn't actually. It looks like it actually slowed down on 100% throttle up that hill. So that's very good. Be interested to get an 800 on gear actually and see if that's any better. The cab light's not good, is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, nice. Sort of fades in and out a bit. There's really not a lot of AI along this route. Not that you'd expect it, but when you got the WAG set, what else you got? I was assuming you got 150s and 153s and a load of other ATW trains. Probably a few of them. Little Mill Junction. Little Mill Junction. Yeah. I was going to say surely this should be the up line, but in actual fact it makes more sense it being the down line. Because when we join up to Newport, sort of the main track branches off and goes towards Swansea and Cardiff. So it goes onto the down line anyway, sort of thing. So it does make sense. Right. 20%. Yeah, I thought we might need some more power in a sec. Going up another hill anyway, so get the engine revving up. We might need that. That's not what I intended to do. I wanted to do that. 22:28. Okay, there's 20 minutes left of the scenario. According to that. That's the time we should be there. Oh, Pontypool. Pontypool and New Inn. Okay, fair enough. It's a name I recognise. I've never been here, but it's a name I recognise. I've been to Pontypridd. I've been to Merthyr as well. And Cardiff. Other than that, though, I've not really been anywhere. Apparently, I've been to Newport as well, when the old diesel depot was there. Apparently. I don't remember it, I was too young. But, you know. So you can barrel through the station at 85 miles an hour, but as soon as you leave the station, you've got to jump down to 50. Imagine if you could do that, just go right up to the limit, and then suddenly you're on speed. I mean, you could probably do that in a Super 47, more or less. So, because that brakes so fast. It's like, what? Anyway. So. Right, let's throttle down here. Probably should have done that way earlier. Let's put a lot of brake on here then. I think it's halfway down, or 3/4 of the way down the platform anyway, the speed limit, to be honest, so. 3, 2, 1, boom! Look at that! The master! I mean, now we're too slow, of course, but, you know, the master nonetheless. That's nice. I like that. That's cool. Big flipping lamp. Must be a point that lights the entire area up. Town. I never even thought of doing that. To be honest, I'm not. I suppose stations could do with a point light. To be honest, I guess. Might work in a station, but somewhere like that, I don't know. I don't think that would be very, very bright around the track area. Probably quite dark, I reckon. Right, 80 limit. Let's go. Where are we now on the map? We're up there. Panteg? Is that Panteg Club? No. Cumbrand, something like that. Probably. No, that Psy is CY, isn't it? Yeah, there's Newport there. Fuel. There's a yard in there. I didn't actually look at the map. There might be a yard. Oh, there's some little siding here. Right. Okay, we're picking up a lot of speed now. Go off there. Will it go off to that factory though, or is it just a freight avoidance? I think it's just a freight avoidance. Interesting how the loop has a signal, yet the main doesn't. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense, but at the same time, the way you thought it would. Oh, either way, it's like that for a reason. So there's less maintenance, one less signal to maintain. I can't believe we're actually going down such a steep gradient, 1 in 95, and we're actually still slowing down. Alright, it's 11 o'clock when we stop, I believe. Stop talking. Pressure up! Fair enough. Oh, nice, I like that. I like here for Cumbrian shopping. French Wales. I like the bridge though, that's what I'm saying. I really like that bridge. Oh, look at the fence. Oh, that's awesome. Oh no, I thought it was floating. Phew. I was gonna say. They're very stretched. I guess it's fair enough though. There's a Biara logo on that side as well. Oh, I don't want to take a screenshot there. Yeah. Well, the OTP's making sounds, but it's not doing a lot, so. I'm either too early or too late on the brakes. Maybe I forget about them, or I do it and I've done it way too early because I thought it's not. I've underestimated the brakes. Thought that would have taken ages to get down to them now, but apparently not. Also for the freight here, I believe. That's what I thought I saw on the sign. So, the normal question which I have to answer. Do I think it's worth money? The answer to that is yes. I actually do. I'm impressed with this. Like I say, I think a couple of new tree models might have made it slightly prettier. Maybe a bit of variation in some of the 2D trees. Well, it looks quite static to me, although that may just be because it's dark and you can't see it very well anyway. The ATP's trying to work. Sort of simulated. I didn't even know this train had ATP, quote, simulated. As deep by default. I didn't know it did, to be honest. Fair enough. I knew it did the whole when it starts up, the ATP startup sound, but I didn't know it made noise. Maybe that's why it works in the thingy then. In the AP pack. Maybe that's why they did it. It was half in anyway. Just had to add a few bits to it. It's that 40 limit coming up. Oh, we're flipping heck, we're nearly at Newport already. It's been an hour. Flipping heck, where's that time gone? I'm shocked about that. So yes, in other words, the route is worth it, because I didn't even realise time was flying so quickly. Ouch. That hurts. And of course, I've only driven half the route as well, so, you know, you got another Another half the route to explore. Assets are amazing. Yeah, I would definitely say go and buy it, especially if you don't have any of the other routes. Like I say, there is a merge on the workshop that will merge this with the Bristol Swansea extension, so that you can drive all the way from Swansea up to thingy, up to that place, Shrewsbury. That's got to be a good sort of, what's it, 98 miles up. That's about 60 miles. It's like 140 mile journey sort of thing. You know, Western Main Lines is sort of 300, maybe 400-ish with the Penzance, all the way down to Penzance extension bits, but I say bits because it's obviously two different separate extra add-on DLCs. Oh, nice! Oh, nice! Nice! I like that. That is awesome, and that is screenshot worthy. Unfortunately, I have missed the front of the train, so we shall pause break on the back of it instead. That is flipping awesome. That bridge, I like that. I do really like that. How that's been done. I want to try and take a picture from underneath the HST. Floaty rails. Yeah, okay. That's not perfect, floaty rails, but you know we'll let them off because that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. I do. Nice few bridges. And yeah, it's another Wales route. Can't argue with a Wales route, can you? Not many of them. This is their third now, and that's about it. Bar sort of freeware stuff, but you know, officially there's 3 now. So yeah, especially if you don't have much DLC, this is definitely worth it at full price. To be honest, I mean, at a sale price it'd be even better, but at full price, go for it. To be honest, as a season player, yeah, I think 98 miles of track is worth it. To be honest, very nice, 98 miles of track. Certainly gives you enough time to stretch your wheels out a bit, if you will. Bit of a challenge as well. I'm sure that'd be quite fun with freight, trying to get that up the hill. Especially Steam as well. I can imagine Steam being quite a challenge. If you bring the Bossman Games Black 5, which I can't drive along here, then yeah, that could be quite a laugh, I reckon. Could be quite cool. Once we get some new scenarios for it, that should be nice to see. I can't wait to see what people do with this route. It should be pretty good. I reckon it won't be long. There's already been a patch to do the AP track pack with this route. I think you can get it from Alan Thompson, sim.com possibly. If not, then I think... can't remember if Jake Fuller has his own website or not, but I think somebody else did it and he's released it or something from what I can understand. Either way, it's out there somewhere. So if you really like the AP EP, the AP enhanced pack for the track, then you can download that and install that and enjoy that to your heart's content. I'm sure AP will probably patch the EP anyway to install to this route by default. See what I mean? Though there's 2 lines that come around here and there's only one that goes around the other way, so this is the main direction, which kind of makes sense that it would be like that. 70 on the Freightliner flats. Very nice. It's not my red, is it? We'll find out in a second. I don't think it should be. Oh, there's a yellow there. Okay. I actually thought the last signal was yellow, so it was double yellow. Sorry. Yeah, no, yellow. So I thought, no, yeah, double yellow. No, green. Sorry. Yeah, I thought it was green, so this would be green or double yellow, but maybe not. That signal went from green to red because DTG. Apparently JT did something with the signals where they won't clear in the reverse direction, which is quite nice. Of course, we're not picking up passengers here, but we are stopping for the driver changeover. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Better do the other one just to... There we go. I wonder if they copied and pasted this from thingy. See, look, you can see that the Bossman Games are different, because these are straight up 2D girders. And screenshot. It will bring itself to a stop quite nicely, actually. And that will do us nicely. Right, put that into... Come on. Oh, crikey. Okay, that was a mistake. And then the next driver can take over, because we don't have a master key or anything. Master key simulations didn't put a master key in. Not that this is master key in any way, shape or form, but you know. That was a great journey. Now it's time to go home before another busy shift tomorrow. Scenario complete. I enjoyed that. Like I say, the time went really fast for me, actually. This is where the old depot was, on this bit here. On the car park. So, yeah. I really enjoyed that. I would thoroughly recommend that route, to be honest. Especially if you're into Wales stuff. Especially if you're into Wales stuff. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I will probably go and be ill. Because that's the thing that you do, right? Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.